Yes, good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you are joining us from. I'm Christina Peters. I work at the German Research Foundation, the DFG, and I'm doing that as the director of the DFG's Latin America office, which is located in Sao Paulo, and I'm going to moderate this session. First, before we start, I have to say that we have received apologies for the absence of two of our speakers that were invited for today, Edson Faria from Mosambik and also Mr. Varshney. Maybe they will still join us later, but for the moment we have received the apology. So I'm here together with my colleague Marcio Weichert, who is representing the German Center for Research and Innovation in Sao Paulo. And I think we are ready to go. So thank you for joining this roundtable on the topic of research funding in a global context, trends and perspectives for joint research. It's great that we can all meet today to explore this topic further. And I also want to thank Professor Fraya Frehse, who kindly invited us to discuss this topic at this conference. Well, looking or having a quick look at the agenda, we will start with short presentations, and afterwards we will still have time for a discussion where you might also leave your questions in the chat, or you can also, since there are some people here with us in the room, open your microphone and then we can have a little discussion. So as I said today, one of the presenters is Marcio Weichert. And yes, Marcio, the floor is all yours. I'm happy that you are here with us today. So please start your presentation.
Thank you, Christina. Thank you very much. So I thank as well for the invitation of Fraya Frehse. It was a very incisive invitation, so I could not deny it. So, but I'm very happy and to talk about something different, not only to present our German Center for Research and Innovation here in Sao Paulo in our work. Before I start, I wanted to ask the audience to identify yourself as well in the chat, saying where are you from, where are you hearing us, watching us, and maybe your area of research. So Fraya asked me to present so the work of our German Center for Research and Innovation under this scenario of cooperation with South Hemisphere, with South countries, and so on, and as well as a representative of the German Academic Exchange Service, because our center is a part of the DED. But I cannot speak for the DED for the global perspective, because I don't know details of many programs and so on. But I will do my best here. Yes. So this year is a very special year for us because we are celebrating in São Paulo 10 years of the opening of our DWIH São Paulo, as we spell our acronym in German. DWIH is easier than DWIH or DWIH. So I think German is easier in this case, particularly at least. And we are also celebrating 50 years of the office of the DED in Brazil, in Rio de Janeiro. So it's a very special year for us. The office in Rio de Janeiro was the first office in South Hemisphere from DED, and the DWIH São Paulo is the unique DWIH of our network in South Hemisphere as well. So we are a network of six centers. You can see there. So we have 3 of them in industry countries, so 2 in the USA and one DVH in Japan, and we have 3 DVHs in countries of the BRICS. So in Russian, in India, and here in Brazil with our office in São Paulo. This is a joint initiative led by the German government, but with representatives of the companies, of business, and of science, with the goal to promote internationalization of the German science, of the German research and innovation, and to accelerate the transfer of knowledge, scientific knowledge, to the business sector, to society, to the governments. And not only to transfer, but also to generate together. So to promote the cooperation between these actors to generate innovation, to accelerate the innovation process. Each DVH has their own supporters. So these are German organizations that cooperate or that are active in the country. And we are very proud here in Brazil because we have the largest number of cooperators in our network. So we have in Brazil 27 supporting organizations, universities, non-university research associations, funding organizations, state-level representation, other organizations. I will not present them here because of the time, but you can check in our website who they are. So, and our mission, so our mission in our countries here in Brazil, in New Delhi, in Moscow, and in other countries, is to represent the German scientific community, research and innovation. And the goal I have already explained it. And what we do, so we promote the exchange, the knowledge exchange between the researchers and innovators between the countries, and we promote networks as well. And we promote Germany as well as land of ideas. So we do marketing, we are communicating the offers that Germany offers and so on. And we offer as well this service and consulting, not only for people that want to go to Germany or want to cooperate with German researchers, but also we consult, we give advice to German researchers, German innovators that want to cooperate, that want to come to these countries where we have our DVHs. So, and I'm very proud of some numbers because we have now 10 years. Our very first office in Brazil was opened at 2009 in São Paulo. It was the first office, not the current facilities with office of our supporters. But we can see here that the official inauguration of our DVH was 2012, and we see that the international cooperation between German universities and Brazilian universities grown up from 2012 to 2011. So that's effective, I think, from the DVH, but also that time from the Brazilian funding program, Science Without Borders, that give a push here in the cooperation. And I wanted to compare with the other countries involved in this initiative from this event. So we can see here India has in this time the largest growth, so almost 300% of growth in this time. Brazil 200%. But if we look to Africa as well, so unfortunately, the source where I researched this information doesn't have information about many African countries, what speak for itself as well. So we have there information about dates about South Africa, but not from about Mosambik or about Botswana. No, but we can see here that Africa was in a better position, South Africa, and compare with all other sub-Saharan countries, 90 to 80 in 2008. But nowadays, 2020, so all the sub-Saharan countries have more international cooperation with German universities than South Africa alone. So this is the balance is changing here. It's a good sign, but it's a long way here to do. And I don't know how many. I don't have the numbers of how many universities there are in Africa, for example, but I know that in Brazil we have 2,300 universities, and India probably a lot of as well. But I don't have numbers about Africa, how large is this